Okay, before I show you the workings and driving it around, I am going to show you how to put these pieces back on, because it's you know, it's pretty self-explanatory, but you know, you got to get them on right. So this is the left back, and they pretty much just sit on there, and they have to sit in the right way. So you can bolt them in. See these screws right there? You can just bolt them in there if you're not going to be taking those off. And then it's got a little padding here, so I guess it doesn't make noise or something. But then the big piece here, and it's kind of heavy, it has to go on a certain way. So it's all fiberglass. Look at that, pretty cool. Anyway, it has to go on a certain way. So let me set this right here. Hopefully I have it aimed all right there. Can you see that? And that kind of goes under this stuff right there. Under that, and you just slide it in. And then before I slide the rest, I'm going to show you real close. So you got to watch your fingers on this. The first couple times I got my fingers. So the light pokes out here, and this is where everything goes. So you slide it in like that, but don't put your fingers anywhere in there or in there, because it'll get them. All right, so now it's all back together. Right there, and then I'll show you the startup sequence. There's two different ways you can do it. I'll show you the way you're not going to be doing it first, and then so if you turn it right, that is remote operation. Okay, you should get only a basket or leveling. Okay, so if you're not 100% level or you haven't driven around, you'll get that, and then it's still got the plastic on the thing, so you can see the dash is perfect. The power level is up, if you can see that, but you can remotely operate it. So I'm going to push this up button and watch that. Okay, see that? And then down. So I think you can only go up and down with it from the remote, because I guess you don't want to be driving over yourself. And then if you turn it back to the center position, it's off. There's emergency stop too if you mash that button. And then here, this card shows you how to do everything. If you turn it left, that's where you're going to be using it. All right, so left, you see the basket is in a position, so you get a basket light until you move it, and then once you move it to the right position, then its light is off. But we'll go ahead and get on here, and then I'll also do a video where you can see from a different perspective. All right, so looking down at my feet, see those two round things? You have to have your heels on those, otherwise nothing happens. Also, you have to have, take my hat off here. Got my sun hat on. Okay, so you have to have your hands in here. So in here, there's these red lights, the sensors. Okay, and you can see battery level right there. Can you see battery levels up? And then, oh, let me do the basket first. All right, horn. And then this basket here. Oh, you have to have this hand on to do the basket. So that hand, and then to do the basket, you go, there we go. So you can go up, but the sensors have to be detecting that your hands are on the controls. Then you go all the way up position. There, that's as high as that goes. So that's pretty cool. Then you can just work on stuff up here. I used it for my boat and cleaning gutters a couple times. Or not my boat, but my RV and my army truck. Anyway, we're gonna drive it a little bit. And you can steer around, and you can see we're gonna go around this thing I left in the road. And then you can pivot, just fully pivot. And we'll knock this thing out of the way. I don't know if you can see it in the box thing. Bam! And then we can go up. Oh, I took my hand off. Do you see that? So I took my hand off to adjust the camera, and it immediately stops. And it'll go up until it can't go up anymore. And you can actually drive it around while you're up. So that it goes a little bit higher, but that's as comfortable as I am. So and you can see around, but perfect height. It's too tall for cleaning gutters if you go up this high. You can set it for any height. You could drive it around like this, but I wouldn't do that on concrete. So we're going to go back down to whatever height you want. You can stop it, but if you take your hands off, bam, stops immediately. You can honk, bring me a lemonade. But you know, look around the neighborhood and stuff like that now that we're medium height. But let me take this off and show you what the thing looks like down there. You can see down there. Pretty cool. And then we're going to go back down here, and let me set the camera up here, and then I'll set the camera remotely and you can see what's up. There we go. I'm just going to set it on the basket. Hat back on. All right. Woo. And it stops, and then you can drive wherever you want. All right, so let me do a video remote, so standing back, and you can see how it works out.